Hey everyone, welcome to another podcast of Marketing 101 for Chiropractors. I'm Dr. Enrico D, and this week we're going through the follow-up. The number one question I've been getting over the last few months from all my clients and online is I'm getting bad leads. And what that translates to is the follow-up is difficult. That's what that means. It's you're having a hard time calling, emailing, texting to get those leads to book an appointment. Understood. Everyone has this problem. The way to fix this is to have automations because it becomes very difficult to keep track of who to call, when, and next. So having a good call system procedure in the office makes a huge difference in the conversion rate, and this happens within the first 24 hours. A lot of the marketing statistics across all industries shows that you need to contact your lead within 5 minutes of the time that they contact you. That's just the standard in the industry. The second thing is in our industry, it's that's great. That could be an automated text, that could be an automatic email. I would say a call or text are probably the best ways to do this. So you do that, you get a response. You may not get a response from them, but at least you got in contact with them saying, "Hey, we see that you opted in on our offer. Thanks for that. Here's the next step." Then what you want to do is automate the rest. If you don't hear back from them, you should text them again in an hour. You should probably call them again in an hour. So in our office, what they do is they get it in the morning, they start making those calls, and then they'll make those calls again in the afternoon and pop a text. They may pop an email too. But in the background, there's an automated sequence that's happening as well. So they're getting automated text, automated email, and the next day, another automatic text, automatic email. You can have automatic calls. Did you know this? You can pre-record a recording saying, "Hey, it's Dr. Enrico D calling you from FLC Chiropractic, and we see that you opted in for our offer. Give us a call back. This is an automated message. We're just trying to get a hold of you. Call us right back." It could be triggered to the call saying, "Hey, it's Enrico D from Full Life Chiropractic. Stay tuned. We got someone to book that appointment for you right here." That could be pre-recorded, and then it's ringing in the background to our front desk. Someone picks up, and they get a whisper message from the system that says, "This is Veronica B from Facebook." And we know in the system in our office that that's a lead and that we've been trying to contact. And we finally, the automated call system got them on the call. If they end up going to voicemail, then the automated voicemail. So you can get as intricate as you want to do this. Do you need to go search out there for a digital agency that does this and sets it up for you? Absolutely not. I think this stuff is a little overkill. You can create these systems and procedures within your office for automation and follow-up. The name of the game and the name of this podcast is the follow-up is the juice. So that's the whole point here, is keeping in contact with these people as much as possible. It doesn't just burn out your staff. It can also burn out the leads if you try and call them a million times as well. You get a lot of opt-outs, stop text messages, a lot of those responses saying, "Leave me alone." And then you're left scratching your head saying, "Why did you even sign up for this offer if you don't even want us to contact you?" Right? It's baffling, right? But it's because your offer is doing the marketing job. It's grabbing attention. It's an offer worth clicking on, and it's an offer worth them giving you their information. So there's a need for it. So these leads are there. Creating the automation is key. In the background, set up forever chain emails. That's what I call them. So let's say you create a system in the office where you spend 7 days. That's your cap. You're like, "We're going to spend 7 days trying to convert leads that come in." So we'll call them every day. We'll text them every day, and we'll send them an email almost every day for 7 days. We're going to be that annoying. So you do that. And then you're like, "Well, after the 7-day mark, I don't want to keep up with this anymore. We'll call them, once a week for the next 3 weeks." So we'll have like an internal 1 month follow-up that we keep on the records. But in the background, they are now in our email sequence and our text sequence. Now they're getting texts and they are just general, and they become more and more general away from the offer the longer you go. So at the beginning, it's like, "Hey, are you still interested in that exam? Hey, do you want to book that appointment? Hey, remember that offer you signed up for? Hey, it was a limited time offer. It's all expired. Are you still interested? We'll honor it if you do book your appointment within the next 24 hours. And then it starts to go, "Hey, did you know we do massage in our office? Hey, did you know we have cold laser in the office? Hey, do you know we do functional medicine in the office? Hey, do you know we do nutrition consults in the office? Hey, do you..." And then you start planting seeds about all your offers via email and text over time. These get spread out over time. So then they're getting a text every 7 days, then every 14 days, and an email every 14 days, and then it turns down to every 20 days. And then every 20 days or so, or 30 days, they're getting an email and a text. Eventually, they're going to hit stop on the text messages, but email doesn't have a very high opt out rate. So you're forever in their email inbox because you've nurtured that list. You're not spam anymore. So you're either showing up in their inbox or the promotions. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's how you do it. And you tweak these over time. But once you build them, they are automations that go on forever. Try this within your practice. Delegate some time to do this. It just takes the time. And start right now. Start today. At least you may not have, the 50 emails that you want done or anything like that, but you'll have one. You have a welcome email or you have a welcome sequence for these leads to go through. Try that. Many different and great systems that are out there, from ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, Constant Contacts. There's a lot of different ones. HubSpot. You could try the free trials for a bunch of them. But the point of my podcast is to save you time, money, and effort. So if you're listening to my podcast, I'm just trying to cut the corners for you to get to the results, right? So get MailChimp. If you don't do email right now, get MailChimp. If you do have an email software and you've been building your contact list in there, not worth transferring unless it doesn't do automations, it doesn't do sequencing. Then you have to switch it. It's just the name of the game. You do not have time to sit there and do a monthly newsletter every month or every week. Some of these prepaid templates through your web company, you know who I'm talking about. There's a lot of general web companies out there, ChiroPlanet, Perfect Patients, all of them, that do your monthly newsletter for you, but they're doing the same newsletter for all the chiropractors that they're on their list. So from an SEO perspective, it's doing you nothing. From a constant contact perspective, it's doing something, which is great. Keeps your patient list engaged and it sends it out, and it auto filters too. The reason why you want to be sending stuff to your list frequently is to see the bounce out rate and the unsubscribe rate, and you want to clean that up. And things like MailChimp do it for you automatically. So if emails are bouncing, they automatically flag that email address, stop sending them stuff, and then if anyone unsubscribes, it automatically unsubscribes them from the list. So you're always compliant with your emails. So there's ways to go around this. MailChimp, I still think, is the best in the industry for that and for us. Their price point keeps going up, but still worth it to do that. So look into that. Build your sequences, your automations in there. Welcome campaigns. What email should I start with? Well, internally, it's so wonderful for the patients that do start in your office. You can have a new patient welcome sequence. We've had this for years. It's absolutely wonderful. It's about 12 emails. The first one's welcome to our clinic. This is what to expect. They get it within the first day or two that they become a patient at our office. Then 2 or 3 days later, they get another one saying, thanks for joining. And then they get more about our services and how to refer patients and what else we do in the office and why their kids should get checked and the techniques that we do, the Webster, the torque release, the Blair upper cervical. And then there's just emails about that. It keeps them engaged in what we do and gets them thinking about how to refer. Then we have a new patient care plan onboarding. So let's say a new patient comes in and we put them in this list, and then they come back for their day 2 and they sign up to be on a care plan. Then they're put into another one, which can go at the same time. So now they're getting 2 or 3 emails a week from us. They're in the new patient sequence and they're in the new patient care plan sequence. The care plan sequence is a little bit different. There's more video in there. There's more YouTube links in there. So this is how you do your dental roll. This is how you do the towel exercise, lying flat on the floor. This is the type of pillows you should use. The most common question I get as a chiropractor over my 17 years is, what mattress should I sleep on? That's a really popular email. So these are just ideas for you. And these have been there for me for 7 years. We barely have to do stuff. Like once a year, our team gets together, like, should we look at that sequence again and update anything? And we'll go in there. There's a video that named an old associate, or, oh man, we should reshoot that video. They're not here anymore. Make sense? Things have changed. Now we have nurse practitioners. So we update it. It's super easy to do that. It only takes a few minutes to do that, rather than building these things all the time. So when you listen to podcasts like this and you join groups, you feel like it's daunting. And I understand. It's a lot of work. I did this when I only had 2 kids. Now I got 3 kids. So life gets busier. But that's an excuse. You need to do this. You need to keep up with the times. I mean, once you have this, you're so far ahead of the game. So by not having it, you're always going to feel like you need to be doing something to acquire new clients and maintain the clients that you have. So, well, there you go. Shorter podcast, but to get you thinking, the juice is in the follow-up. That's where it's all at. I mean, you got fruits coming in all the time in business. You're always tending to the tree and the fruit. The juice comes afterwards from all your hard work. So the juice is in the follow-up. Make sure you guys follow up. It's where it's all at. It's where the money's at. Have a great week. Stay well and take care.